Hi guys, welcome once again to my channel. If today is your first time, you are welcome. Please hit on the subscribe button to subscribe to join this beautiful and amazing family. Remember, subscription is very free, so just there is a red button below. Click on it and subscribe to join the amazing family. On this channel, we learn everything bead bag and bead accessories. So in today's video, I'm just going to show you how to make this beautiful and gorgeous bag. So let's get right into the video, and you can also check my other videos on the channel. Click on my name and it will take you to my page, and you see other videos that I've made, and you can just go ahead and watch them to do your own gorgeous bag. So let's get right into the video. So these are materials. We are about to introduce our materials. So we have 0.7 millimeters thread. This particular bead I'll be using to make this bag is very big, so I need to use a thicker thread. That is why I'm going for 0.7 millimeters. You can also use 0.8 millimeters so that it will make your bag very strong and very secure. It will stand firmly. So we are using, in this video I'm using 0.7, but you can also use 0.8 as I said. And then these are beads, because this bead I can use 1.5 or one with some small pieces from another pack to make it, but because I use some from here and here, I want to just mix it to create this particular bag. So this is 0.7 round bead, 0.12 millimeters round bead. Okay, 0.12 millimeters round bead. So any round bead size 0.12 can make this bag that we are about to do. And also we'll be using 0.6 millimeters round bead in between the 0.12 millimeters. So this is it, and these are my tools. I have my scissors here. I'll be using to cut the thread, and also the plier. It helps me to secure the thread and pull it very hard for me to be able to make my knots very tight, so that my bag will not lose later or anything. So that's what I use. So let's go straight into the production of the bag. So to begin, you have to take a reasonable amount of thread, a lengthable one, the one that you can maintain, like you can control it. Let's say if you are pulling, you'll be able to pull it very hard. And also it shouldn't be too short, but it shouldn't be too long that you cannot control the movement of the thread. And then you open it this way. When you take a very long thread, as you can control, open it this way to open the two edges. Okay, and then you have to pick 6 of the 12 millimeter bead and put it on one thread, just as I'm doing. I hope you can see very well. So that is 4. So this is 5, 6. Okay, so this is the seat one. So on the seat one, we are going to use this to cross to the other side. So you realize that the thread has come out from this side, so we'll pass the second thread also from where this one has passed out, and also we'll get it at the other end of the bead. So make sure the thread are equal. For you to be able to do that, bring the two threads together gently like this, and then you pull your bead, the one you used to cross it, you pull it down. So you end up getting something like this. Okay, you end up getting a rose or a round bead like this. Okay, so what we are going to do now is that you bring the two threads together, as I said. Bring it together like this, and make sure the two edges are equal. You realize it's not equal, so make sure they are equal. And then you now pick one of the 12 millimeter bead, and then you put the two edge from one opening of the bead this way, and you have the two out from the other end. So pull it down this way and bring it to the middle of it. So we cross our 6 bead with this one. So make sure that this 7th one that we put the two edges from will come to the middle, passing on top of it this way. So in that case, we are going to bring out our thread from here okay. So these are 2 thread, okay. So open it, take one of the thread, take one edge and come out from this side this way, okay. So when you bring the bead into the middle, you open the thread, you bring one from this side, and then you take the second one also, then you pass it from the opposite direction of where this one come from, and pass it this way. So you'll be getting something like this. So you make sure you pull very, very hard. Pull it very hard, okay. Pull it very hard. So you'll be getting something like this. So in order for us to continue our work on the next round, take one thread. You can, if you are lefty, you can start from this one. If you are right, you can take this one. So take your left thread, okay, and put one gold bead, put one gold bead like this, and then 12 millimeters will come, then 6 millimeters will come, then 12 will come, and then you pick 6 now on it. So you are going to get something like this on your thread. So you are going to get something like this on your thread. So this is the last bead we put on the thread, okay, which is the 6 millimeters. So now cross it with the second thread from the opposite direction of where the first thread has come out from. So you pass it this way like this, then you pull it down. So when you pull it down, you are going to get something like this, okay. You are going to get something like this. So now take this thread, this one, the one that is closer to the 12 millimeter bead, and then you come out from the next 12 millimeter bead, like from this one, then you pull out like this, okay. So now we are going to take this thread now, this particular one, okay, and then we'll pick 12 millimeters bead, 6 millimeter, and then 12 millimeters, and then you now cross with the last 6 millimeter, which is this one. So now I'm going to use this to cross it like this. So you will be getting something like this, okay, like this. So now we are going to repeat the same process we repeat here, the same design or process we repeat at the second point. So we'll take this thread and now we'll pass through the next 12 millimeters here, and you pull it out, okay. And now we are going to take the second thread, which is this one, and we'll pick 12 millimeters, 6 millimeters, 12 millimeters, and then 6. So we are going to cross with this last 6 millimeters. Like this. So we are going to do the same thing here, 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 and we'll come here. So when we reach here, I'll show you how to go about it. So we are just going to repeat the same process you repeat up to here. So you are just going to make sure that you do the same thing and reach here. So this is the last but one, this is the last bit, okay. So as we repeat the same process, we get here. Now this is the last bit, so we need to bring our thread up so we can continue working on top of the beads outside. So in order to do that, we are not going to bring the thread out from only this one, but this and this one. So we are going to put it from here, from the 12 millimeters, then you enter the 6 millimeters, okay, then you pull out. So you realize that our thread is up. So what we are going to do now is that you pick one 12 millimeters, then one 6 millimeters, and the last one should be 12 millimeters, and we are going to cross from this one. So this is what we are going to be getting after this round. So if you are not getting this, meaning there is something wrong, and try to correct it. Okay, try to rewatch this video and be able to get the same thing before we move to the next step we are about to move to. So now if you reach here, what we are going to do is that this thread we are going to use it to enter here, to enter the next 12 millimeters. Okay, so when you enter this way, you take the other thread, which is this one, and now you pick one gold 6 millimeters, and then 12 millimeters too, and then 6 millimeters. Okay, then you cross with the 6 millimeters. Like this. Okay, so when you cross like this, you come out from the 6 millimeters now this way. You come out like this, and then you take 12 millimeters and then 6 millimeters, then you cross with it. Okay, so this is what we just did: 12, 6, and we cross with the 6th one. Okay, and cross with the 6 millimeters bead. And now we are going to bring our thread out from this 12 and this 12. So this way, so it has to come out from this one. And now we are going to pick one and then 2, then we cross with 6 millimeters. So you'll be getting this as well. And now you come out from the 6 millimeters like this, then you pick 12 millimeters and then 6 millimeters, then you cross it like this. So now we are going to repeat this same process until we get here. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. So I'll now come out from this 12 and this one. And 6 millimeters. So now this is where we are now. I'll come out from these 6 millimeters. So the first one like this, and then the second one like this. So my thread are now out from the opposite direction from these 3 beads. So make sure you pull hard. Okay, then now we are going to use only 12 millimeters to cross this like this. Okay. So this is what we are getting now. So for me to be able to tie this thread and use another one, I'll just pass it from behind and bring the 2 edges together at one point. So that is what I'm about to do. So I'll enter from here, and I'll come out from here as well. Okay, so for this also to come and meet this particular one, I'll just enter from here. I came out from here. Okay, so now the 2 edges are meeting at one point, so I'm just going to tie it here. Okay. So this is where my plier comes in. So I'll just hold it this way, and I'll be able to pull it very hard, and then I'll tie. It's just double tying, like I give it two knots to make it very secure and strong. Okay, so this is our base for our bag. This is our base. So we are going to take a new thread and begin working around the main body of the bag. So this is the base for the bag. So for us to continue our work, let's cut off the excess thread. Okay, so now what you are going to do is that you take a reasonable thread, just as we took from the beginning. Okay, so you take a long thread that you can manage, the one that you can handle, and you'll be able to pull your thread very well. And then you now come out from this. So we were on this thread when we tie it. Okay, so we are going to come out from these two beads. So just pass through any of these like this. Okay, so we are going to come out this way, and make sure that when you come out from the two beads, the edges of the thread are equal. Okay, so that when it's about to finish, they will all finish equally. You will not be ending a thread and then one will be longer than the other. So when you come out from these two beads like this, open up the thread gently and have each edge in one hand. Okay, so let's continue. We are going to put one 6mm bead. We will take two of 12mm bead, and then one of 12mm bead. Okay, one of 6mm bead. So at the end of picking, you'll be having this on your thread, something like this. So now we are going to cross with this last one, which is this one. So let's cross. This is what happens when you are using a very long thread, but to me it's better because you'll be able to work longer, or like go a long way before the thread will finish. Okay, so you just have to be able to open it. Just whilst it's tying, you'll be able to open it. So let me make sure my thread, the edges are equal. So it's like this. So this is it. So we are going to get something like this. Okay, you are going to get something like this. So you are going to get something like this. And now take this thread and come out from this and this thread, because we cross here. We are going to move to the next 12 beads. So you are going to come out like this. Just make sure that the two threads are equal. Okay, this way. And now you take this thread right now, and then you put two 12mm on it, and you cross with one 6mm. So you are getting this. So now we are going to take this thread and come out from these two beads. So you are going to come out from here, and then you take this thread, this particular one, and you put 2 of the 12 millimeters on it, and you cross with 1 of the 6 millimeters. So now this is the process, or the same step we are going to repeat until we get here. So now this is the last one, so we are going to come out from the 12 and then the 6. So we will come out like this. And then the last one should come out from the 6 millimeters like this. Okay, so as we are out this way, I'll just pick 2 of the 12 millimeters and I'll cross with the second one. Okay, so right now this thread, I cannot work with this thread, so I'm going to pass it round and come and meet at one point and I'll tie it. So to do that, I'll pass this particular thread from these beads and I'll come out here. So I'm going to take this second one also and pass these 2. So you will realize that the thread has come out from one end here. So I'm just going to tie, give it a double knot. Okay, just going to do this. Sorry. Just going to do this, okay, 2 times. So after tying it, we are just going to cut off the excess thread. And then we'll take a new thread. But I want to introduce a technique, okay, because this particular work is not firm as I want. I'm going to pass the thread all around so that I'll be able to tie it, just to make it a little bit firm. Okay, so that's what I'm doing right now. So now it has come to one point, the 2 edge is at one point, so I'm going to tie it. Okay, I'm going to tie it very, very tight. So you can do this at each stage. Okay, after you finish each round, you can do this, because if you are using 0.7, you can do this, but if you are using a thread that your work is already firm, you don't need to do this. Okay, so now let's come out from 2 sides. So I'm just going to, this is where the 2 edges are. I'm just going to come out from these 2 thread. Okay, let's use it, these 2 thread. Okay, sorry, these 2 beads. So this is one, this is the second one. So now the thread is out here. Okay, the thread is out this way. So what we are going to do now, we will continue our weaving. So I'll take this thread, this particular thread here, and then I'll put 1 gold on it, which is the 6 millimeters, and 2 12 millimeters. And then 1/6 millimeters. Then I'll take the second thread to cross it this way. So now this process is going to be repeating itself until we get the desired height of our bag. Okay, so I'm going to come out from these two beads. So now I'll take this thread, this one, this one, this one, okay, and I'll put two 12 millimeters on it, and I'll cross with one, okay, and I'll cross with 1/6 millimeters. So you realize that now is 3 beads, but first we were having for if you want to begin every step, you have to start with 4, then you continue with 3 as you can see, and at the last end you use 2 beads. So have this at the back of your mind. So we use 1/6 millimeters, 2 gold 12 millimeters, and then 1/6, making 4 beads. So anytime you are picking, make sure you have 4 beads when you are starting. So when you cross, you enter the next 2 beads. Then you take the other thread and then you pick 2 12 millimeters. So you are just going to repeat the same process until we get to the last end here. Okay, so let me give you a clue. Okay, you realize that this is the first one, we have our gold bead here, and the second step we have it the opposite of it. It's not following each other on one line. So anytime you are working and you realize that it's following each other, change the position of where you start from. Okay, change the position from where you start from, then you can be able to continue and you get it all like this. So if the first step is this, the second step it will not be here, then it will be here. So as you can see, I hope you got my my explanation from here. Okay, so we will enter these two again with this thread. So when you get here, as you can see, these two are already here, so we are going to use only 2 of the 12 millimeters. Okay, so we are going to come out from here. Now we are going to use only 2 of the 12 millimeters, and we'll cross with the last one. So I'm going to go around with this thread again to make this step also very firm. So I'll go around and make sure the thread has come out to meet at one particular point. Okay, so you can see that it has all come out up to one point. Okay, so I'm just going to tie it very strong, firm. Okay, pull it very hard for it to be very firm. Okay, so this step is also complete, and our gold bead is almost finished. So we are going to continue with our white bead. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to cut off this excess thread, this particular thread, and I'll begin with a new thread. Thank you very much for watching this video up to this point. Please click on the link in the description box to the part 2 of this particular bag on how to finish your bag and use your gorgeous bag. Thank you very much. I do appreciate it so much for your support, liking, sharing, and giving comments. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. I'll see you in the part 2 of this video. Bye.